And good morning, Facebook. Welcome to the Gratitude Challenge. Yay, it's day 5. Day 5 of the Gratitude Challenge. Welcome. I am Kristen Mayo. I am the creator of EssentialsEveryday.com, and I hope that you will continue to join me over there. Also on YouTube, if you're watching the replay, you will continue to find more content here. So thanks for joining. Those of you that are joining me today live on Instagram and Facebook, hi. Hello, friends. Welcome. I would love for you guys to comment with your biggest takeaway from the week. If you've been joining all week long, tell me what you learned. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway. Was it something about the bullet journaling, your gratitude list? Maybe it was the bonus content that I sent. Maybe you loved the emotions and essential oils class. Maybe yesterday talking about self-care and service and servant's heart. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway. I'd love to find your comments helpful, and then I can pass those on as well. I do want to thank you for subscribing to the channel. Subscribing, you can subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and then you don't miss anything. So I appreciate those of you that do. And those of you that have shared this post in your stories. That has been awesome to see, and I'm grateful for that. So today is day 5. We are wrapping up our gratitude challenge, and I have to apologize because I was late because I got caught up in BOGO day 5, and it is so incredibly useful for our body. And we were talking about cleansing and our gut health on day 2 of the gratitude challenge. Hi, Heather. And oregano and On Guard. Oregano is the free oil today. Those are key players in keeping your gut health really top notch. So if you're not part of that challenge or part of the BOGO group so far, and like you haven't joined in that, I would love for you guys to ask questions and join me in my private Facebook group. Hello to everyone jumping on. Okay, so today is day 5. Like I said, we're wrapping up the gratitude challenge, and hopefully it's been helpful. If you didn't catch the beginning, please go back and listen to that, because I asked for your help, and I also asked, for those of you that are jumping on, I asked for your biggest takeaway. So fill me in on what you appreciated most, what you took away from this time together. I will also be sending out a survey to see what else you guys are interested in, because I would love to do a challenge like this again. I'm kind of thinking beginning of the year, and something of a whole house detox or something like that, ditch and switch type challenge. Okay, but today, let's get to today's meat and potatoes. Anyone eating meat and potatoes next Thursday? We're actually, for Thanksgiving, we are going to do non-traditional, which is my favorite for Thanksgiving. We're doing our favorite marinated steaks. These are farm, like ranch-fed steaks from western Nebraska and middle Nebraska. They are the best I've ever had. And I'm going to try a bacon maple Brussels sprouts. So that should be fun. And of course, we'll have, mashed potatoes and pie and whatever else. Okay, so that's what we're eating for Thanksgiving. I wanted to chat with you guys about some of my ways of keeping my thoughts going in the right direction, for keeping my energy high, for keeping my gratitude and just my thought process good for the day. Now, you guys have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, and for a while, you have seen my morning routine. I actually just posted a little quick reel, my morning routine, so you have to catch that on Instagram. But I have for, I don't know, about 7 years now, 8 years, I have tried to do the exact same morning routine because I've found how helpful it is for me to stay in that mindset and um, to stay in that higher intentional space. So I always grab my coffee and I make, I have it brewed the night before, which is beautiful. Actually, I mean, it doesn't brew the night before, but I have it set to auto brew. So it brews in the morning. I have my coffee. I sit down and I grab my books, my Bible, my journal, my colored pens. Of course, you guys know I love that. My washi tape. And I start to read. I start to read some of my favorite inspirational books and the Bible. And then I just take my journal and journal thoughts that are important to me, that from what stood out, and what I want to remember, what I want to think about throughout the day, when I come back and maybe look at the day before, the next day, those kinds of things. So over the years, I have found some books specifically helpful in that, and one of them that I wanted to share with you guys is Jesus Calling. And I know not all of you are in that space where you want to read something that is biblical or faith-based or Jesus-based. But if you are, I would highly suggest this book. And it comes in all different forms. I got the leather bound because it's pretty. And I have used this over and over again. I don't know if I didn't put a date in here, but I've had this for probably 5 or 6 years. You can see things are underlined. I've got washi tape in here. So that is one of my favorite things to do, is just make, when I look back through it, I know, and then my kids, they leave messages in here too, because they know this is where I look. And so when I look back through it, I find things that have stood out to me. I may come back the next year, because this is a month or a day by day throughout 365 days. And so I look back through and I find, oh, that was what stood out to me last year. Or this year, I've honestly been making several notes when I'm reading, and I will write like COVID-19 by it, because it may be something about fear or anxiety or overwhelm or stress, or just trusting God in the whole process. And so there's been times where I'm like, oh my word, it kind of feels like this situation was written in knowing that COVID-19 would, or 2020 would come, right? So that's a really helpful book. One of the ones I thought you guys might like is this book. It says Good Day Start with Gratitude, and it's a journal. And I'll link this up for you guys. This is a really cool book that my friend Katie sent me for my birthday. Katie is one of those people that is really high in her thankfulness and her gratitude. So if you are on Instagram or Facebook, go follow her. Her name is Gather and Create, and she's just, her name's Katie Seep, S-E-E-P-E, Gather and Create. She posts beautiful pictures, lots of really great quotes and inspiration, and you'll find that you are a happier person because you follow her. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. That's going to be my next point, all right? But this journal, you can actually order it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And so each week, or each 5, let's see, I think it does have 7 days, actually. Let me show Facebook first. It has the gratitude, and then here's it for Instagram, just a little blurb. So these are not numbered, and that's what makes it kind of nice, is that you can then go in and put the date. So sometimes, like this one, I didn't finish it all in 1 week. I went, I went April 1st, April 5th, April 15th, and then I went May 5th, May 11th. So I don't always finish this all in 1 week. I don't do this exact gratitude journal every week. But I love that it gives me a little quote, couple little quotes, and then it also has at the end, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. What were the highlights of your week? Or so that you look back And hopefully, maybe on here, you're also writing your highlights. But it's just a fun way to keep track if you guys like something that is put together for you. So again, I'll link these up for you. And then I wanted to encourage you to find books that are inspirational to you as well. So if you've always been a fiction book reader, maybe you need to start picking up an inspirational or a personal development book here and there. And so this is actually a super easy read. It's called Edge of Wonder with a hair attached to it. Each page, it's more like a little quote or a little inspiration. So like, I choose love over fear, always. I'd rather burn in the fire after touching something true than not feeling anything. So it just gives you little quote type things of inspiration. And it's just a fun, again, washi tape everywhere, but just adding a little bit of inspiration to your day. So I would highly suggest that you find something that is inspirational to you. And it could be a personal development book that is an inspirational book as well, that'll give you some good thought process through it. Okay, now I want to talk to you briefly about your consumption of social media. And I know if you're like me, social media has become this rabbit hole. And really, a lot of people are like, oh, I just don't get on anymore because it's just full of negativity. So I want to ask you to really think through who you're following and do a social media cleanse. And go through, and every time, just purpose in your head either to take a couple minutes, which could easily turn into an hour, but take some time to scroll through who you actually follow. And if they are worth following, do they energize you and inspire you and make you feel like a better person, or encourage you to be a better person because you followed them? Or do they make you irritated and irritable and grumpy and just make you want to fight? Because if there's nothing wrong with someone posting their view, but there is, I feel like, something wrong if all we're doing is posting in a negative way or in an attacking way, or calling out somebody else that, you may disagree with me, but I don't have to say, everybody who believes this is effing bad and la la la. Those people get unfollowed or hidden from my posts or my feed right away, because I'm all about us having our own personal views. That's what makes the world go around. But we don't have to be negative about it. We don't have to be attacking about it. We don't have to make the other person feel bad. One silly example or quick example is wearing masks. There's a ton of debate on it. But here's the thing, is that everybody can do what they want to do. And if they feel comfortable and they've done their research and they feel like that's the way to go, then let it be. If they don't, then let it be. But don't attack one or the other for feeling a certain way, right? So really look through who you are following on social media, and you can easily unfollow. Now, if they're a friend or whatever, maybe you don't want to unfollow them, or unfriend them, right? So there's a way you can actually hide their post or unfollow, which means you don't see any of their stuff. And so I rarely will actually go unfriend somebody unless I just have no clue who they are. I don't interact with them at all, because in my business I have a lot of those types of people. But it doesn't, you don't have to go unfriend them. I think that sometimes that is just done out of anger. You can just hide their feed so that you don't have to see it. And then you'll find that social media returns to this fun platform that it used to be, where we were seeing inspirational stuff. We were seeing beautiful photos. We were seeing things that we actually wanted to learn about. We were seeing our friends and family over all of these random people that Facebook or Instagram is deciding that we should see because of their political views or their stances, their whatever. So take some time to do that. You will feel a ton better. And then what I do if you find that you're just on social media nonstop and it becomes this time suck for you, especially with the new updates on iPhone, but you can do this whatever whatever phone you use, whatever Android or iPhone, is to go create a folder and actually put your social media apps in that folder so that you have to go look for it instead of it just being on your home screen. And then you don't see, maybe taking off the alerts. I don't have hardly any alerts that pop up on my phone anymore because that just creates this sense of urgency, like, oh, I gotta go do it now. The only time that I have alerts pop up is basically for business type things. And then I'm really good at, I've had to practice this over the course of several years to be like, oh, that can wait, right? I don't have to answer that person right now. I have a life just like they have a life. That is not a live or die situation. The information is readily accessible. I will get back to them. Use your boundaries, right? Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Make sure that you treat yourself. Go take yourself to Barnes & Noble or scroll on Amazon or a little bookstore that you know is in your hometown. Call them up and ask them if they have a certain book or whatever, and order it from them. Treat yourself, and then spend some time just in personal development, in meditation and quiet, and just pour back into your life so that you, like we talked about yesterday, when you're pouring into yourself, you have more to give, right? You are a better person because you're happier and your cup is full. And then take some time to release some people from your social media feeds, and you'll become a happier person because you see less of that person. Or what I sometimes do is I'll go and search, I'm like, oh, I wish I saw more of my mom's posts. And I'll go through and I'll just like a whole bunch of her stuff. So then it boosts that in the algorithm so that I start to see her stuff again. So I play the game, but that's another way to see who you want to see. But the best is just to unfollow those negative people. Okay, let's shed light and love. I was talking to somebody and they were like, I almost just want to get off of social media altogether. And I'm like, you know what? If every positive, happy person, somebody that had something good to give to the world got off social media because it's full of negativity, then we let them win. We let them win with their negativity. So let's be the one that sheds light and love, positivity, gratitude. Go post your gratitude list for the next 5 days on social media and see what it does for people. See how they're like, oh my gosh, thank you for posting this. This reminded me of how grateful I am for XYZ, right? That would be my challenge to you, is to post for the next 5 days on your social media, your gratitude list. If it's okay, you don't have to share something super private, but and see how that encourages other people. All right? All right, if you are on YouTube watching this, please subscribe to the channel and share the love. If you're watching the replay on Instagram or Facebook, share this with your friends and family so that we can be the ones that are shedding positivity on social media. All right, have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining in on all 5 days of the Gratitude Challenge. If you're subscribed to the Gratitude Challenge, you will find some bonus content in your email today. You can do that over at essentialseveryday.com/gratitude. All right, have a great one. Goodbye and happy Thanksgiving. See you later.